Hi Satyam, how are you?
Hi, Mansi. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. Thanks for asking. So, thanks a lot for being here at the podcast today. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Enqurious TV, your front row seat to the stories behind the smartest minds in data, AI, and technology. I'm your host Mansi Matreja, and today here we'll dive deep into real-world problem, breakthrough solutions, and the human side of innovation. And at Incurious, we help companies build high performing data teams by upskilling professionals with hands on, role based learning, turning curiosity into career growth and business impact. So, whether you are a data engineer, scientist, or just love tech stories, so get ready for some inspiring conversations, candid challenges, and the magic behind the code. So, let's get started. Are you ready?
Yes, Mansi. We can start.
Okay, so to introduce you, today we have Mr. Satyam with us. He has over 3 years of experience in the domain of data scientist, and he's currently working at Redundancy Analytics. So, Satyam, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mansi, for this amazing opportunity to interact with you and all the audience. So, yeah, as you mentioned, like I have around 3 years of experience in the data science and the data profession. I joined Cadence in year 2022. So since then, I had an great opportunity to work with some amazing projects. So I hope we'll discover some insights and we'll have great insights and takeaways from this podcast.
Sure, sure. And we too, we are expecting the same. And I also recently saw that you were a guest at some of the institute, at one of the institutes in Bangalore, right?
Yeah, okay.
That's great too. Okay.
Thanks.
So shall we begin with the podcast?
Sure.
Okay. So the first question I have for you is to kick things off, can you please share a quick overview of your recent project or any of the learning in data or AI, whatever you've learned in the recent times? So can we just have a quick overview of that?
Yeah, sure. So I have a few amazing projects, but we can discuss, one project in detail. I'll give a short
Sure.
overview of it.
Yeah.
So it was a natural language processing based project.
Okay.
So the problem statement was like we have a reporting system, like business intelligence reporting system that combines of Tableau, MSTR, Power BI.
Right.
So with the advent of time, like there has been some redundancy in the reports. We may find like we have some similar reports and they are occupying some space, and sometimes they the frequency is daily or weekly, so they are taking
Correct.
uh, particular compute resources that is really not required.
Hmm.
So the main objective was to just let us analyze the metadata of all these reports and let us come up with certain sets of reports that can be combined. That will ultimately leads to saving the storage space in the cloud that there we are orchestrated, whether it is in Tableau, MSTR, and to save the runtime cost. That is costing some dollars to them. When we combine, it's huge. So this particular project about the rationalization of reward was indeed a simple one based on data science concepts of bag of words and similarity between them. But
Okay.
yet its outcome was really very impactful, and yeah, it was one of the challenging and amazing project that I have worked upon.
Okay. So which model did you use there?
Yeah, so I used the bag of word models and used the JCAT similarity and the humming distance to identify the report. So if you allow me, like we can go with the initial phase of the project to the final endpoint, how we navigate through the all the shortcomings between them. Yeah.
Correct.
So if you, yeah,
Yeah. So as
correct.
data is important to us, the redundancy of data is very harmful and a big challenge for us to take care of. So that's a good problem statement you worked on. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the key problem you were solving and why did it matter to you? Like, as I think you already stated, what was the key problem you were solving here? Data redundancy. So that was what. So how was it very helpful? Like the end goal which you achieved. How do you think has things changed from what the data, a lot of data you had to after the you solved it? How much has things changed after?
Yes. Yeah. So sure. Like so, we had around 3,000 of report combining from MSTR to Tableau, and
Okay.
we were able to propose a system that only had around 1,700 reports only. So that was a huge impact.
Yeah.
So we reduce the redundancy and propose that these clusters can be combined, and we have a we have a single platform for all this BI reporting, capabilities that we can have.
Right.
So it has both impacted the storage capacity of the cloud that we were using as well as the runtime that we were using.
Yeah.
So after that, we further developed into a single source of truth project, that combined different data sources to give a consolidated data source to different reporting needs that the business had.
Right. And now I think you have good quality of data as well. So that's what matters the most, right?
Yes, correct.
Like going down to 1700 from 3000. So yeah. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
So the next question is, what was the biggest aha moment or breakthrough in this project? Like something which has been very challenging and you have worked a lot on solving that particular thing.
Yeah, so one of the challenge that we had in this particular project was the model was developed for anesthesia.
Okay.
So we had everything solved for it, but it was not fine-tuned for tablet.
Hmm.
So I was discussing with managers like this is the real world approach that we will be
Right.
doing. We'll be having a team and they will be going through reports and identify okay what's similarity. So I said like it's kind of a redundant and manual work. Let us transform this into the existing solution. Let us scale it to encompass the Tableau reporting system as well. So
Right.
I think that was a very important moment in that project. That saved a lot of manual work from my team,
Okay.
and we were able to scale the model to adjust it for the Tableau ecosystem. So that was one of the challenge, and also I think one of the milestone for me to reduce the overhead works for the other team members.
Okay. Okay. Great. So, what's one myth about working in AI or data that your experience busted? Like, what do you think? Ki when people like when we were not like sometimes maybe like non-tech people, they think, what do they think? What is one myth they think about the people who are working in AI?
Yeah, so one of the myth, I'll just bifurcate it into the technical peoples and the layman people. So first one is the technical. We think like more complex models, and the Gen AI things will perform better always. So in this particular project, we did not use any embedding model. That
Okay.
is in the current trend right now.
Huh.
Like we have vector database, and it gives
Right. Right.
so big buzzwords like vector indexings and everything to search and make a chatbot. So this was a simple one, and yet it was very effective since we have a very well defined problem statement. So we did not have to go to that complexity. So if you have
Okay.
a simpler solutions, so why to go to that complex systems? If
Hmm.
that works fine, that's a good. And another thing about the I believe this chat GPT it's once in a generation transformation that we are seeing right now. So generally layman says, oh wow, I can just simply talk to the computer. But when I start listening, like the background, how it is happening. So just recently, I completed few, things stuff on the GNA. So I'm seeing like how exactly it works. So it's all maths and science and the fundamental frameworks that let it happen. And it's really tremendous and amusing to see how the computing capabilities has increased from CPU to GPU to TPU. We are just advancing. I'm seeing concept being blinded, like quantum computing and the data science is being blinded. I was just attending one workshop at Walmart. So the speaker told like we are going to blend both quantum computing and the data science. So I was just amazed about it. So yeah, these are the few things that fascinates me, and I believe you and all the data enthusiasts that we are addressing here.
Yeah. And even like I think we being in this domain, still sometimes when we are just randomly having a conversation with ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or any of these, so we have this question sometimes in mind, like how within just milliseconds it's able to answer everything and analyze and with so much of
Yeah,
content. So that's still a surprise to us, right? So of course the people who are
yes,
non-tech, so they also have this. But yeah, the myth is key. There's a lot of computation and math behind this. So correct.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. So if someone listening wants to try something similar, where should they start? And also with this alignment and with this question, I wanted to ask which tech stack was it in cloud, this model which you have built or the problem statement you solved, was it on cloud or local?
so actually, it was a mix of both. So with
Okay.
respect to the data extraction, we had to, it was an on-premises and we had to, connect to the database. But mainly it was orchestrated on the Azure database only, and we deployed this modular model on that platform only.
Okay. Great. Okay. So coming back to the question, so if someone who's listening to you wants to try something similar, so what should be the start point they should start at?
Yeah, I would say, first of all, just to see what are the real world projects you can find upon the Gen AI or the natural language processing that you are seeing right now. Because most of the companies and organizations are shifting toward more modern and the cutting edge solution that for sure involves more capable language processing. So they
Yeah.
would want you to be compatible and proficient in all the basics requirement. How you can convert the business requirement to the programming language. What solution you can propose. So there are right now, like a few years back, we did not have much data available on open source system. Now we have Kaggle. We can do web scraping using beautiful slow. So and we can have data. There is so one of the important key aspect that we are seeing around now we have ample amount of data
Yeah.
around us. So any person who wants to start from the scratch, they can just build some real world model on the cutting edge tech that we are having right now, but still stick to the basics of the technology that we are using now.
Right. So the first step being understanding the business problem statement or whatever the problem statement they're working on. So understanding it and
Correct.
analyzing and then analyzing the tools and technologies, they can leverage it there, right?
Yes, correct.
Correct. Okay. Fine. So for this, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with the problem statement which you have solved? With the output.
I'm without.
With the output, like the output which you
Okay, okay.
so how much satisfied are you?
So this was a milestone project in my career, so I would surely rate it for 9 out of 10. So that was really amazing project.
Great. Okay, Satyam. So it was good to know about the problem statement which you've worked on recently. And hopefully, like everybody who's watching this will get to know some good insights about this. So now,
Sure.
one very small round of rapid fire, wherein I'll be
Yeah,
asking you some questions and you'll have to answer it within 1 word or 2 words. So are you ready for
sure.
that?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready for it.
Sure. Okay, so let's begin with the rapid fire round. So first is, what's your favorite tool or library right now?
Favorite?
Tool or library right now?
It's scikit-learn. It's really versatile.
Okay. Okay, so data cleaning or model tuning, what's your pain point?
Model tuning recently with my project.
Okay. One AI or data buzzword you secretly love or hate?
It's agentic AI, and I'm learning about it, but still, yeah.
Okay, okay. Your go-to resource for learning something new?
It's ChatGPT.
Okay. Most used emoji while working on the project you've just described.
Emoji.
Yeah, you can just express it.
Um, it was a simple plain smile that I had mostly,
Okay,
because we had mixed feelings while working this project on this project.
great. Okay, so if your project had a theme song, what would it be?
I would say it's I'm only human.
Okay, great. Great, Satyam. So, like with this, I have definitely learned something new and a good problem statement, of course. And everybody else will also get to know something new and good. So, thanks for being there at the podcast. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah. See
Thanks.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.